I'm ready for anything. If 647 is needed, I'll run that. 651 is needed, I'll run that. If the world record is needed, I'll run that. Whatever is needed, that's what I'm prepared to run.
Now can he beat her? No! Roberts stretching that lead. So sneller! A new middle to goal.
5 world records in 1 week. Noah might have been ready, but holy crap, I sure as hell wasn't. There were several national indoor champs on this weekend, with athletes scrambling to qualify for the World Indoor Championships taking place in Glasgow in about 2 weeks. Yet of course, the most anticipated being the indoor US Track and Field Championships. But first, we gotta start from the beginning, at a traditional high jump only meeting in Slovakia. So you just know I had the popcorn out for this one. On the men's side, it featured the highest jumping we've seen this year. 3 jumpers going over 230, Doroshuk from the Ukraine, Potyi from Germany, and the outright winner, the Korean hype man, Woo Sang-yuk, successfully jumping over 232. With some pretty close but unsuccessful attempts at 237, which would have been a new PR. Woo's looking to have another fantastic year. On the women's, the headliner was Eleanor Patterson, one part of the killer Australian high jump duo and the 2022 world champion and 2023 runner-up. But the young phenom, 18-year-old Angelina Topic, would take the crown, going over 197. This would equal her outdoor personal best, and also becoming the youngest ever winner in this historic meet. Honestly, she's the future of the women's high jump. Midweek was again slow, but invited time for the track and field community to talk news and drama. Johan Blake, the second fastest man of all time in both the 1 and 2, announces retirement after Paris. And I'm hoping he can put out a final performance he's happy with. Jacob Ingebrigtsen also hits us with some of the finest shit talk in track and field, confidently declaring he could have beat Josh Kerr, the man who recently took down the indoor 2-mile world record, blindfolded. Ingebrigtsen, who's sitting back injured, having kids, is doing God's work stirring the shit pot to keep things entertaining. It's also been confirmed that Mo Kater, the 2023 World Championship silver medalist in the 5K, has been banned from competition for 2 years. He's officially barred from the 2024 Olympics and the 2025 World Championships. The 15th saw us head down under to the Moree Plant meet in Melbourne, Australia. The highlight of the night was the men's mile, where Jake Wightman, the 2022 1500 meter world champ, would go up against Stuart McSweyn, 17-year-old Oz wonder kid Cameron Myers, and NZ's finest Sam Tanner. McSweyn would end up on top in a thrilling sprint finish with a time of 3 minutes and 52 seconds, although young lad Cameron Myers would almost steal the entire show. He'd come in at a time of 3 minutes 52.44 seconds, only 0.16 away from the age grade 17 world record held by Jacob Ingebrigtsen. And he only just missed it, being walled off with 50 meters to go and slowing down voluntarily. That record will be his. Ollie Slagers would top the women's high jump with another stunning 1.99 meter jump, recently announcing that the world record isn't off the cards. And I believe it. To be consistently getting over 2 or jumping around it week to week is really good signs. Beyond excited for Ollie Slagers and Mahuknich clash this season. Then back to the track, we'd get an absolutely epic matchup. New Zealand's fastest woman ever versus Australia's fastest woman ever. Zoe Hobbs would prove officially that New Zealand is the superior country, holding Lewis off in a time of 11.34 seconds. Honestly a not so impressive time, but it was into a large headwind. Looking forward to seeing both athletes against the world. On Friday, and we're heading into day 1 of the heavily anticipated US Indoor Track and Field Champs, but not without any drama. This meet was one of the most difficult and dysfunctional meets to watch. It was so difficult to figure out. Here's Grant Holloway, after breaking the 60-meter hurdle world record, asking for anyone to link a damn recording of the race. And even then, we got absolutely piss quality. Oh yeah, in other news, Grant Holloway smashed his own 60-meter hurdles world record. 7.27 seconds, and in the prelims. The only athlete to ever go under 7.3, and he's done it 3 times. It's honestly baffling he's doing this, considering the men's 60-meter hurdles is one of the strongest contingents in history right now. Tia Jones also did her best Grant Holloway impersonation, equaling the 60-meter hurdle world record, which was only set a week earlier by Devon Charlton, and in the prelims as well. 7.67 seconds, and then she banged out a 7.68 in the final, for two of the fastest races in history, in one day. The women's short hurdles has like 6 contenders who could break the world record right now. The women's long would host an epic battle, with 2 contenders smoking the current world lead, namely Tara Davis-Woodhall, who would go berserk, jumping 7.18 meters, the first jump over 7 meters this year, and 31 centimeters over the previous world lead. In second came Jasmine Moore, taking second in the world with a 6.93. Danielle Hoare swings and throws the 3rd world record this week, 26.35 meters, and breaking a 29-year-old world record at that. Did I mention it was by 49 centimeters? That's actually fucking huge. And the last big result was Chris Nelson taking a stacked men's pole vault with the first 6-meter jump of 2024. Sam Kendricks with a close second of 5.95 meters to snatch the second spot on Team USA.
I'm ready for anything. If 6:47 is needed, I'll run that. 6:51 is needed, I'll run that. If the world record is needed, I'll run that.
And a good start by Coleman. Now can he hold off the world champion at 100 meters? No, he can't.
It's Lyles. For the first time ever, Noah Lyles has beaten Christian.
And what an absolutely flying finish by Lyles. 6.43 seconds over Christian Coleman, who is the current world record holder, only finishing 1/100th of a second behind. This improved upon his own PB he set last week, and he continues to be the fastest man over 60 meters this year. It's honestly incredible to think what he'll do with an extra 40 meters in the race. Zoe Hobbs would take out the women's side, 7.02 seconds, netting her the 3rd fastest time of the year so far. Also, her former LSU teammate, Micaiah Briscoe, would grab the second spot with 7.06 seconds. Both men's and women's 400s had some pretty cool storylines attached. Brian Force would take the win with a 45.47 second time, a man who's never made a US Champs final before. And Ja'Cory Patterson, who made quite the name for himself last year in the NCAA, would take second, only trailing by 1/100th of a second. Both chasing down fan favourite Matthew Bowling, who was officially trying his hand at the 400. Alexis Holmes would nail a dominant 50.34 second to win the women's 400 meter, a meeting record and PB, and the fastest time this year for any woman not named Femke Bol. Then in the men's 1500, we would see a tight race, unless you're Cole Hocker apparently. Hocker would cruise to a W in 3 minutes 35.51 seconds, an absolutely smoking time, a new meeting record and PB. In second would be Hobbs Kessler, barely edging out the tight pack behind him, continuing his stellar season and booking his ticket to the Indoor World Champs. Ryan Krauser, world record holder, 2-time Olympic champ, and demigod, would allow us to once again witness his otherworldly powers. He smoked the field by over a meter with a 22.8 meter throw, a quite literal easy world lead and meeting record. Truly a god in a man's body. And lastly for the US Champs, Bryce Hoppel took the men's 800 meter crown with a neat 1 minute 46.67 time. More impressively, it's his 6th national title. Not even the best of athletes can do that consistently in the US. Now heading internationally to a blazing hot meet in South Africa, Letsile Tebogo toes the line for his first race in 5.5 months.
And they're off. But Letsile Tebogo looking good out in lane 6. In lane 3, if Letsile Tebogo wants to win this race, he's going to have to hold off Light Pile, who hits the stage. Light Pile worked so hard to try and give him a go there, but Tebogo draws clear now, and he's done it. World best previously held by Wade van Niekerk.
What have we just seen? 30.69 seconds, yoinking a world record from a peak Wade van Niekerk, and by a huge 0.12 seconds. This time is also 0.38 seconds faster than Usain Bolt, who sits at number 3 all time, and he's only 20 years old. The hype last year surrounding this man was incredible, and with an opener like this, Bolt's world records could be in danger. Over at the Italian World Champs, Matteo Filani is back again this week, jumping an entire foot further, 8.34 meters to equal the world lead, but breaking the indoor world junior record outright. He's only 19. I'm calling it early. Fulani is rising up to be the next 9-metre contender. Molly Caudry beat out the women's pole vault world lead in the UK, jumping 4.85 metres, 1 centimetre over McCartney from NZ. And lastly, Jessica Schilder from the Netherlands would add 29 centimetres to the women's shot put world lead, chucking a huge 20.31 metres. A massive PB to start the year. 4 world records in the span of just over 24 hours. What a win.
Tegelijk.
Net zo gespannen en luistert u mee naar het geluid in 2 rondjes, 400 meter. 23 doorkomsttijd en inderdaad, het is een kopie, nee, de laatste bocht.
Laatste bocht.
Komt hieruit.
26. Zo, sneller.
Een nieuw wereldrecord.
Femke Bol lays down the fastest time ever run in the indoor 400 meter for her second world record, 49.24 seconds, with her teammate Claver being pulled to a 50.10 to steal back the second fastest time of the year. What can be said? Bol is an absolute mutant, now making up 6 of the top 12 fastest times ever ran in this event. And lastly, the 2021 Olympic champ in the women's long, Malaika Mahambo, is making her comeback after having to sit out last year's world champs due to injury, jumping the second equal furthest jump this year, 6.93 metres, to barely eke out gold at the German national champs. 5 world records in 48 hours. No matter how you look at it, the speed of this generation of athletes is insane. But I think the big question on people's minds right now is what's going to happen in a Tebogo vs Lyles matchup come outdoor season. Thanks for watching. See you next time.